married and want to be in something for the rest of your life, and it goes away.
You're making me cry.
Get Tyree some tissue. I
don't need no tissue.
Man, you're U.S., man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love you.
You've been holding this in the whole interview.
Do you understand how much power it is in letting it go?
Yeah, because you've been holding it the whole interview. I've been watching you.
You asked me the question.
I did, but I mean, I'm getting you.
You should have never asked the question.
I love you,
if you didn't want to see.
I love you, brother. I love you. I love you.
How hard it's been to get through.
I love you. I love you, black man.
Okay, do you not cry?
Absolutely.
You might not bring it to the radio.
Absolutely.
But this is what being grown is.
Brother.
I'm not doing this.
I need one. My makeup gonna mess up.
Hear me.
My concealer is sitting today.
Hear me. Black men cry. When divorces happen, women aren't the only one that are devastated.
Oh, why am I gonna cry?
When a miscarriage happens, women are not the only one that you should be checking on. When you can't put food on the table because your career goes up and then it goes down, stop calling, skipping over the man, and just checking on the woman.
Now, guys, I know how interviews work. I know how podcasts work. I definitely have been on a fair share of them. I understand that they say things to trigger you or they ask silly questions. But what bothers me sometimes is there are times where the podcast host or the interview host will ask stupid questions knowing your mother just died, knowing your wife just died from cancer, and then wonder why you have a full-blown meltdown or breaking down. Not everybody who cries all the damn time has it together. Just because you show yourself as a strong individual doesn't mean that on the inside you're not hurting and it's not killing you. I would love to go on an interview or a podcast where we're just talking about happy stuff and not diving deep into trauma and all that stuff when you know it's going to bother me. To me, it just seems so like that's what you have to do for views. I just have to say this before I get into my rant because it bothers me so much. Like if I know somebody's coming on my podcast and their mother just died, I'm not going to go, well, how's your mom? Like, how is it with your mom? Knowing that just happened and it's fresh. We all know that Tyrese had lost his mother, lost his sister, all in the same year. You know what I mean? And then also Paul Walker. So I feel like this man has lost a lot. And then the stuff people ask him in interviews, it makes me so upset because it's like, dude, why do you guys like to see people like that? This is why I say a lot of people to me, I don't give a fuck if you're an interview person, it's still messed up because just to watch somebody start breaking down or being sad, I wouldn't like that. Even him laughing to go hug him, I wouldn't even have asked you that for you to even to start crying like that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, y'all, or am I tripping when I say that? Because it really bothers me to see people pick to get a rise out of you because that's what it seems like to me. You could have asked any question in the world. I think that these interviews and these podcasts are very necessary when it comes to men's mental health and what men truly go through. I know that we see a lot of negative and toxic men in this world who talk about, I don't give a fuck about abortion, get rid of that child. We see a lot of toxicity, a lot of fucked up videos. So it's beautiful to see men embracing their emotional side, their vulnerable side, talking about what bothers them because I truly care. I truly want to fix myself to be a better woman, to understand men, and be a better woman to my partner, if that makes sense. And definitely hearing somebody out is a beautiful thing. And you can tell he's going through it, you guys. He really is. Men care about abortion just as much as we do. Men care about their well-being just as much as we do. Men care about finances and putting food on the table. I think a lot of women put a lot of pressure on men and don't understand how hard it is for them already. You got to understand this. If a man's a breadwinner, if the man's a provider, if the man has to take care of everybody and himself, that's a lot of pressure. That is a lot of pressure. And a lot of times women think because men don't cry, men don't ask for help, and men don't come to us that they don't need it or they're not going through it. They definitely are. And if anything, I think they go through it more than we do. I think they feel things 6 times as more than we do. They just hide it better. They just mask it well because they're taught and trained, literally conditioned their whole life to bottle everything up and act like they're perfectly fine. Doesn't mean they're not going through it. Doesn't mean they don't want to break down every second. So to all my beautiful ladies, if you are watching this, please, tell your man today you love him. Tell your father you love him. Tell whoever that's in your corner, even if it's your brother who helps you and stuff like that, that you truly appreciate him. Encouraging words go a long way with men. Being soft with good men is a good thing. I'm not saying be nice to every single man in the world because I know there's going to be some women, well, they don't deserve it. We're not talking about evil men. All my videos are for good men, the good men left that we have, just like my videos are for good women who want to be in relationships. Make sense? I'm not advocating for men who beat up women and cheat and all that. We ain't talking about that. But with that being said, take care of the men that are in your corner. Cherish the men that are in your corner because no matter what, y'all, we got to coexist in this world. And if you want to be in a happy long-term relationship or even coexist with men, we got to get along, y'all. We got to get along. We got to hear them out. We got to see their perspective. Their feelings matter just as much as us. I don't want to hear all that. They're not the prize. They're not this, but they matter. If men are the head of the household, why the fuck are we slacking when it comes to their mental health? They're the bread and the butter for everything, and not literally, but think about that. If he's leading, if he's doing all this stuff, if he's providing, we should be pouring into men to be the best leaders as possible. And like I said, you can pour words of encouragement into a man, or poison. So be the girl who pours words of encouragement into your man. So like I said, y'all, this video kind of hurt my feelings because like I said, I've seen Tyrese a lot and I feel so sorry for him. And every time I see him crying, it makes me sad. You guys know one of the hardest things for me, I cannot watch men crying videos. It makes me cry. I don't know why. But yeah, and I just know he's gone through a lot of death, and I've definitely experienced a lot of death. I know exactly what that feels like, y'all. God bless his soul. I hope every single day that he finds peace, and seriously, y'all, to anybody going through mental health issues, work out, take care of yourself. Please understand you are loved. Be safe, y'all.